AI has been ruining the entire industry and the entire economy of the entire world. While it has been revolutionizing things and has been making things a lot easier, the future of humans, as we know it, is seemingly ceasing to exist, or potentially a world where, even with all this easiness and everything's perfect, we're not happy. In fact, we're not happy right now for almost every single one of us. AI seems like it might become the biggest problem to have everything just go away. I have a very small piece of knowledge that is very powerful, but only for a limited amount of time. It sounds very clickbait or whatever, but it's serious. Okay, most AI stuff, if not all of it at the moment is the key part, it all has transformers. The transformers are what they're trying to get rid of. They're trying to go for different AI infrastructure. So, with this limited amount of time, what we need to do is train AI companies. How are we going to train AI companies? Well, by using their AI, but using it horribly, not for anything. And truthfully, you don't even need to take 10 minutes a day. You can take 5, maybe. With how transformers work in modern AI, they're, they don't work very well at processing big things. They can do short tasks very quickly, and that is the biggest thing for AI when it comes to setbacks. Transformers are the worst infrastructure they could probably use. We need to abuse this if we want to get rid of AI, or at least limit it. And you think of stuff like OpenAI and NVIDIA and stuff, they're actively losing significantly more money than they're gaining from AI already, and we're not even going to try to use this trick. I'm going to stop holding you off now. With how, as I just said, with how transformers work, the longer the task, the more it has to do stuff. The more it has to do stuff, the more exponentially it costs to do things. If you made it have to do a ton of stuff all at once, it would struggle to compute. If you create a Google document with like a multiplication list, and then you had it so it also had write a book about this specific thing, and then have it so it has to rewrite it again in a professional sense, and then have it also write a essay on how literally anything. If you give it all that all at once on any AI that uses transformers, it's going to make it take so much money and so much computing power. This is what we need to do. And if we all do this around the same time, if we can get 1,000 people to use the same AI at the same time, in fact, if we had multiple presets to make it so it can't just do the same thing, we could overload the system. That could cost them so much money. So if you haven't gotten this already, I'm very against AI. I very much dislike it. I do everything myself, essentially. I've used AI to try to help me with knowledge, like with my math. I don't just, here's the question, answer it for me. No, 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 no. Oftentimes it's wrong, and oftentimes the solution isn't even close to what we're learning. So, which that is a problem with the education system, but that's a different topic. Really, what it comes down to is just not letting AI companies have too much power. AI can exist, and I am fine with that, as I hope almost everyone is. Some people I understand aren't going to like AI ever, and that's okay. Some people are all for AI. The thing with both sides is understanding time and place and not overdoing stuff is one of the best things you can do to be successful. It's also one of the best things to make it so things don't go out of hand. AI is going out of hand because they're overdoing it. They're doing so much research and so much progress stuff. And where's that taking us? To a world where we can't do anything. White collar jobs, as they call it, probably aren't going to be there. And what happens when they're not there? The only people that can live are people that already have a lot of money. Even I am seeing a falter in the potential for a future for me. Remember, if you have watched my video, how I plan to make money as just a kid, well, I'm just a kid. I can't, I guess I can get a job now. I can get one of those white collar jobs to make me money. But I don't have that time and money and space and all that to be able to be wealthy enough to survive my entire life. And I'm very proactive with money. So imagine people that don't have money, people who just had to get a ton of medical bills. It's going to be over for almost the entire population. The economy could crash completely. This is why people theorize the 2026 or early 2027 crash in everything. What are we supposed to do against against companies that can't be stopped? Well, we try to stop them. We just drain their money. They can keep getting loans, but eventually they have to default on their debt. If we keep using their AI, they won't be able to publish it. If they can't publish their AI, they can't make advancements and they can't make investors pleased. They have to do separate projects. They have to make actual robots, which would significantly slow things down. Now, is there a world where this AI doesn't ruin everything? There is, but we need to have the companies understand that. There are several studies on how AI is progressing, and it's getting actually faster. Most of this information here is from Motivation to Study. It's a video from 5 months ago from the time recording this, titled AI Experts. These are the only 5 jobs that will remain in 2030. While it doesn't actually get to that point, the the AI company people they interview all kind of say the same thing, that they're worried about AI going too far. It's very scary to think about. What are we going to do in a world where there is no modern world? It's all futuristic. What are we going to do when there isn't jobs for us? Is the government actually going to make everything free now? Are we just going to have to work? We can't even work though. So what are we supposed to do? Really, in the future, all there's going to be for jobs is maybe even construction. But even then, AI is going to take that over soon after. Maybe there'll be business, YouTube, that kind of stuff, the consumerism, which will probably skyrocket as there's no jobs, no one can do anything. Everyone's going to spend the last of their lives consuming while they can't do anything. This is partially why I created a YouTube channel and why you should too. I'm not in it for the money, but if I can be making money from doing this, I might actually have a chance at something in my life. Having a chance is literally the only thing that's going to make it so you can live life. It's insane. If you're against this, that's okay. You're not the target audience, I guess. But you have to understand, AI is far more dangerous as a good thing than it is a good thing as a good thing. And it's far more dangerous as a bad thing than it is to a good thing. There's nothing super good about AI being as powerful as they are trying to make it. So, with this strategy of having a couple presets for any AI to do, we make it so much easier for us to drain the companies. Once again, if we use it once a day, just give it really long tasks before they switch from Transformers, the money that is going to have the companies be spending on having their stuff run is going to skyrocket. If I can get 1,000 people to start doing this, 1,000 people to comment saying that they're doing this, even if they're only doing it once a week, that would make it so AI companies drain. And obviously, AI companies means a lot of things, like Google, Apple, NVIDIA is like pretty much only AI. OpenAI, it's specifically AI. There's a lot to it, but if we can just drain them a little bit, we can do something. At least at that point, it would just be Google and Apple, and they're the only big monopolies. So I think trying to do like Google Gemini and all that stuff first, trying to drain them so much money from AI that they just give up. Google has already given up on supposed safety stuff, trying to make it so that people can only get stuff off of the Play Store. They've already failed that. That's actually a video I was watching just before, I think just an hour ago from when I'm making this. Just, people are talking about that already. It's very important to keep in track with this specific thing, in my opinion. Really, I hope that everyone can understand what the problem is. You can't have a life where AI is extremely powerful. And AI is making AI better. Understand this. AI is making AI better. We don't need people to make AI better. AI is making itself better. And humans are not getting better. We're getting worse. Jobs are harder to get because of the government. Jobs are worse because of the government. And while that's its own topic, it's the truth in most governments. I'm more coming from the US side of things in the world, so it's a little bit obvious that I'm complaining. It may be a little bit boring because me complaining just doesn't do much. It's the US. The US is too powerful at the moment. But once the crash happens, once hopefully AI starts dying again, we can actually start doing something. There's a lot to this that just needs to be started. I really want your guys' opinion on this. Please comment about it. If you're really pro AI, please tell me what we should do with AI while advancing it. If you hate AI, okay, you can tell me about that. You can give me more ideas. Maybe you've done a bunch of research yourself. In fact, I haven't even done a ton of research. Okay, there's a lot that can be going in directions for what to do with AI. AI just needs to be managed, and it's not being managed. This is why I have this plan for 10 minutes a day, giving any AI a huge task and a variety of tasks all at once. Not just copy and paste, insert, do it, copy and paste. No, copy and paste everything. In fact, while you're at it, have it code a game and have it be very specific. Okay, Google Gemini is actually very special, at least as far as I know, with coding. I've used it to code little stupid games, and it can be pretty bad, but you can get an interesting game. I've made Plinko, I've made Snake, uh, I've made a couple things. I made a tower defense game. Like, there's a lot that you can do with AI and coding. But if you make it really specific, it'll make it really hard for the AI. I've seen it take lots of time, like 10, 20 seconds, just trying to change a couple things. So if you make it really specific in the coding, you can just waste its time, and you can keep doing this. This is my PSA. Take 10 minutes a day while transformers are still the main source of infrastructure for AI to just drain AI companies. I really want to thank you guys for watching because it really means a lot to me. Yeah, have a good day.